Girl vs. Squirrel, written by Hayley, Barret, and illustrated by Renee and Andraini. Pearl built 3 bird feeders. One looks like a house, one looks like a tube. One looks like a teacup perched on top of a tall pole. It looks like a teacup because it was a teacup. Pearl was particularly proud of it. She filled the house bird feeder with suet. She filled the tube bird feeder with seeds. She filled the teacup with peanuts. Lots of birds love peanuts. Pearl took the lens cap off of her binoculars and waited. Cardinals and flickers swooped in for suet. Finches and chickadees sailed in for seeds, but not a single bird could settle on the teacup because something else wanted those peanuts. "Hey," protested Pearl, "bird feeders are for birds." But the squirrel didn't flinch. Instead, it flicked its tail and gobbled Pearl's peanuts, each and every one, before dashing to a hole in the old oak tree. "Drat that squirrel," grumbled Pearl. "It may be brave, but it's no match for me. Girl versus Squirrel is on." With her hockey stick and some duct tape, Pearl extended the teacup's pole. "There," she said, "that's tall enough to stop any squirrel in its tracks." She watched, breathless with anticipated success, but was soon disappointed. Drat that speedy squirrel," she groused. "I'll make the pole taller." Now the teacup towered, but that didn't deter the squirrel. It scurried up the mop, scrambled up the hockey stick, and shinnied straight up the pole. "Oh no," Pearl groaned. "Brave, speedy, and determined too." The squirrel stared at Pearl and seized another especially plump peanut before it took a nibble. The pole began to teeter and totter until, thud, it toppled to the ground. The teacup popped off the pole, the handle snapped off the teacup, and the startled squirrel skedaddled to the tip-top twig of the old oak tree. Drat, you squirrel," growled Pearl. "You're a bird feeder crashing, teacup smashing, peanut poaching pest." Pearl poked through the grass and peanuts to find the teacup's handle and muttered, "But you will never, ever be a match for me." While Pearl glued her teacup, she pondered and plotted. Step by step, she pulled together a plan to put that squirrel to the test. She rummaged through her box of old, useful odds and ends. Then Pearl clambered and climbed, lifted and leveled, shifted and stretched, twisted and tied, as a network of obstacles emerged, each more squirrel challenging than the last. Pearl began to enjoy herself. "Phew," she panted. "This is as much fun as building bird feeders." When everything was ready, Pearl tumbled more peanuts into the teacup. "Bold, speedy, and determined won't be enough," she pronounced. "This time, teacup triumph will require nerves of squirrely steel." Training her binoculars on the old oak tree, Pearl scanned up, branch by branch, until, there! "I've done my best to best you, squirrel," shouted Pearl. "Now let's see what you can do. Ready, set?" But before she could shout go, the squirrel was gone, head first, scuttling down the tree, and Pearl was dazzled. Then she was puzzled. 1, 2, 3 babies, murmured Pearl. According to squirrel expert, the adult female tends the kits, so that must mean the quick and nimble ninja squirrel was a mother. Pearl's can-do, will-do, just-did squirrel was quite a girl. "I proclaim your victory," cheered Pearl, "and I salute you, fearless, fluffy sister." "She'll teach them everything she knows," said Pearl. "How to climb and balance and how to think and plan. She'll develop their attention spans." And then, right then, Pearl knew she wanted to help the squirrel family, and she knew how to do it. Pearl built bird feeders. She filled the house feeder with suet. She filled the tube feeders with seeds, and she filled the teacups with peanuts. Lots and lots of peanuts. Some squirrely facts. There are hundreds of squirrel species. They are native to every continent except Australia and Antarctica. All squirrel species belong to the family Squirrelidae. The name comes from 2 Greek words, skia and ore, which means together, shadow tail. There are 3 basic types: ground squirrels, tree squirrels, and flying squirrels. Ground squirrels live in burrows. Chipmunks, merits, and prairie dogs are all ground squirrels. Tree squirrels often live in hollow tree cavities. They also build nests of leaves and twigs. This type of nest is called a dray. Flying squirrels are also tree dwellers. Despite their name, flying squirrels cannot truly fly. They leap and glide through the air, supported by wing-like flaps of skin called patagia. A new species, Humboldt's flying squirrel, was discovered in the United States in 2017. A group of squirrels is called a scurry. Squirrels are omnivorous. While they mainly eat plant-based foods like nuts, roots, and seeds, they will also consume insects, eggs, and even small animals such as baby birds. Squirrels' front teeth never stop growing. Like all rodents, they must gnaw on wood, nutshells, and other objects to grind their teeth down. Young squirrels are known as kits, kittens, pups, or simply baby or infant squirrels. Kits are born blind and totally dependent on their mother squirrel for 2 or 3 months. Squirrels are mammals, and they drink their mother's milk until they are old enough to leave the nest. Then they'll explore the world while learning essential survival skills from their mother. Squirrels provide important environmental services of reseeding plants and trees. A squirrel can hide thousands of nuts each fall. The ones they don't retrieve may sprout in the spring. In the United States, October is Squirrel Awareness Month, and National Squirrel Appreciation Day is January 21st. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed reading Girl vs. Squirrel with me today. Tell me in the comments what was your favorite part of this story, and leave me some other books that you'd like to read together. Don't forget to like this video so you can help out the channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss a story time. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram if you're interested in signing up for any of our in-person or virtual classes. I can't wait to see you in class. I'll catch you later. Bye, explorers!